Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be discussing the Splatoon 3 side order trailer, which was the first thing actually revealed in the Nintendo Direct. And I gotta say, I'm pretty excited, especially from someone that has been getting kind of tired of Splatoon, so much so I actually traded in the game. But I'll talk about why I did that, but why this DLC is actually making me want to come back to it eventually. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Now yeah, like I said, I traded in Splatoon 3 a little bit ago to GameStop. Now why did I do that? Well, it's just because of the fact that I needed more money basically in order to afford my Xbox Series S, along with the help of my brother who traded in his Switch and his Wii for us to get the Xbox, you know. I figured it was time for me to trade in some of the things I cared about, like the Xenoblade games and Splatoon. But to be honest with you guys, I was already starting to feel a little bit fatigued with Splatoon 3. It just got kind of tiring to have to keep playing like every day or like almost every day to get the catalog bonuses, to basically complete the catalog to get to level 100, you know. I felt the same way about Fortnite. I was really big into Fortnite, but I think the problem with Splatoon kind of adapting like a similar style to like a live service type game is just that it's designed to make you want to play, sure, and it gets people hooked on it initially, but afterwards like it just starts to fade away than like magic in my opinion, and so you just kind of fall out of it. And I was just forcing myself to keep playing Splatoon because of you guys, you know. Lots of you guys found my channel because of Splatoon stuff, and I will appreciate that. But I just got kind of tired of just playing it just because I had to honor you guys, you know, and not really because of my enjoyment, you know. And even when I wasn't playing the game on stream, I was playing it by myself because I'm like, oh, I gotta get the catalog stuff, I gotta get to level 100. But it wasn't fun, it wasn't good at all. I didn't enjoy that. So yeah, I decided that was the game to trade in. But I've always been a big fan of the Splatoon franchise, specifically the story stuff. You know, I love the weird things going on in the story, like the lore. So much so I have like a Splatoon fun facts series on my YouTube Shorts along with Xenoblade and Zelda that actually has started off by the time you're watching this video. So yeah, but I love the world of Splatoon. I love the characters, you know. I just kind of felt that Splatoon 3 got kind of boring after a while. But I really did enjoy the single player stuff in Splatoon 2. With the main story, not so much. I thought it was okay, but Octo Expansion was amazing. And then Splatoon 3's single player mode was actually really good. It took lots of notes from Octo Expansion and made it pretty good in my opinion, you know. But side order is another level, so we're gonna be talking about that. First impressions from the side order DLC trailer is just the fact that this feels familiar to Splatoon, but yet at the same time it doesn't, you know. The colors are all like white, you know, they're not colorful. Octo Expansion was colorful, but like in a dark, depressing way, kind of, sort of. While side order is kind of more scary. It kind of reminds me of something like from like Portal, you know. Like, I just love how everything looks. What's also cool is that it seems like this is actually taking a different style for Splatoon's like level design, and they're making it kind of like a roguelike or roguelite. I don't know how you say it or what's the difference, but because when the side order trailer was shown off, the person talking in the Direct said that they wanted to design a mode where you could play over and over again, and like, you know, that implies roguelike stuff, you know. You know, something like Hades, you know, or something like Nintendo has been doing with like other games. Like they did like a roguelike element with Xenoblade 3, you know, with Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, you know. So they've been experimenting with roguelikes in their own games for a while. So this is cool to see it. Kind of, it feels like in a bigger level for this DLC for Splatoon. I like everything about this DLC, looks great. It also looks visually amazing. I thought the same thing about Octo Expansion as well in Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 looked great, don't get me wrong, but Octo Expansion looked like like another level because you gotta note that the developers of a console and also a game, the longer they take to work on a specific console or game, the graphics will look better over time. Obviously, when you like jump to a new console or a new game, the graphics will look better initially, but if you keep working on that same thing, it will eventually get better looking because the developers are more familiar with, again, the console or game. And you could see that in Splatoon 2 with Octo expansion, and you see that with Splatoon 3 and Side Order. Splatoon 3 looks amazing. It looks visually better than Splatoon 2 for sure, but Side Order looks like it's another step level because they're actually taking time to work on this DLC because they're more familiar with everything going on in the game. So that's really cool. And also, I wasn't expecting to see like a random basically nobody character that most people don't even know about in the Splatoon franchise, which is Deadfist or 8. Because they were first introduced in Splatoon 2 as like a musician during making some songs, so he had very little lore, anything about her. So it was a big shock to me when I realized after the direct, because I didn't notice it during the direct, because I had heard of her before because of I love the Splatoon world, but like I didn't notice it was her until after the direct aired. And that's actually really amazing because they're actually giving characters that like basically nobody heard of except for like the small group of dedicated Splatoon fans, a bigger time in the sun, and that's actually really cool. And it implies that she was like close with Marina, so I want to hear about that, and the fact that what's going on with Pearl and Marina is very intriguing. Will Marina be like a villain? Will she be a damsel in distress? Will she be like, what's going on with her, and Pearl, I thought Pearl was actually controlling the robot, but it appears like from like official sources from Nintendo, it seems like Pearl is like somehow the robot, like she's inside the robot. Maybe like her squid form is like inside the robot, I don't know. Maybe she was trapped there. I have no idea what's going on with Pearl, but I'm intrigued along with Marina. Hopefully she's okay. I love Pearl and Marina a lot. Again, my first Splatoon game was Splatoon 2. Never played Splatoon 1. I do have it now through totally legal means, on my totally not modded Wii U. What? So I do want to play it at some point. But my first Splatoon game was Splatoon 2, and I love Pearl and Marina a lot, I find especially Marina very relatable and plus attractive, but Pearl is also pretty fun too. I like her a lot. I grew on her a lot, so I want to see where these characters end up, and it's really cool, and it actually does make me want to give Splatoon 3 a try again when it comes out. It comes out like in spring of 2024, which is a long time away, don't get me wrong. I'm not really sure why they're taking so long to make this DLC. It feels kind of weird, but at the same time, I don't really mind because it literally gives the developers lots of time to work on this DLC, and that gives me hope that this DLC is going to be pretty meaty, if I say the least. It's going to be pretty big, which is crazy to think because it's only cost like $30. Basically, you're paying $5 for the in-app list, so $25 for the side order stuff, so that's really cool. Like, how much can they pack into this $25 DLC? Basically, they did the same thing with Octo expansion. I think that was very much worth it for the cost. Now it's available for Switch Online, but I think they did a good job with that. But maybe they can even go further beyond Octo expansion. I don't know, but it's cool to see them taking their time. It's also nice to see a returning character. 8 is returning, or player character from Octo expansion. That's cool. We never had that in Splatoon before. It's always been like a different agent. Oh, it's Agent 4, Agent 3, Agent blah, blah, blah. It's always been a different agent. Every time it's not the same character you play as. They sew up sometimes, like like your playable character in Splatoon 1 shows up in Outdoor Expansion, you know, but you don't play as them. But this is the first time you're actually gonna play as like your previous character, which is really cool, you know. So yeah, I have lots of hopes for this DLC. I do want to give it a try eventually when it comes out. I might get Splatoon 3 again at some point in the future. But for now, I'm just kind of tired with it, and I just thought it would be a good thing to trade it in for my Xbox, you know. But I think this DLC will pull me back in for sure. I cannot wait, and I have high hopes. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Damian Grace, for becoming a Patreon member. I do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, play some Xenoblade, and I'll catch you guys next time for more. Peace.